What's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And today we return to our normal scheduled programming of Masters of the Universe figure reviews, and we are going to kick it off here now with the Masters of the Universe Origins line, Prince Adam. Now, I know Prince Adam came with the Sky Sled, but I'm not going to be reviewing them both together. I'm going to review the Sky Sled at a later time. I just wanted to focus on the figure of Prince Adam. So that's what we're going to do. So here is the Origins Prince Adam figure. Now, as we all know, nobody else knows that Prince Adam is He-Man, even though it is very obvious. And it's like, dude, this guy is He-Man. Look at him. But let's just get straight on into this figure review of Prince Adam with paint apps. Prince Adam here, sporting very nice whites, for his like undershirt. I don't know why his cuffs are also white. Maybe that's just to make them blend in, because this is essentially basically the He-Man mold from Origins. They just threw this jacket on him. So I'm pretty sure that they really couldn't get rid of these cuffs without doing a new mold. So just to save time and money, they just used the exact same mold as the Origins He-Man and just changed some colors and threw the jacket on him. But you got a very nice white there for the undershirt. Very nice, yellow blonde hair. Very black eyebrows, black eyes. He's got white for his teeth. Again, you have this very nice pinkish, pinkish reddish jacket with the black belt that goes around, little gold, buckle right there. And then you get down to his pants, leggings, and you got that purple, and then you got a lighter purple in there. And I think underneath he still has that He-Man belt. Again, it's the same exact mold, and that's going to be a black. And then, of course, you got the leggings here, which are more of like a violet color. And then you have his boots down here, which have the white for the, fur. And then for all the strappings and everything else down here are that dark purple. So paint apps for this guy, really simple. And then, of course, you have this skin tone for his hands and his face and his neck and whatnot. So very cool. Moving on to detail. Again, Origins definitely, screams the vintage figures. So you have a very buff, muscular upper body, even the legs, very muscular. Again, you got all the different lines and the waves and the hair that look really good. You got, the wrinkles in the cheeks and the facial expressions. That all looks really good. Origins is a really, really solid line that definitely pays homage to the vintage figures. And I really appreciate that, because I don't have any of the vintage figures. I grew up with some of them, and then, of course, the dogs get a hold of them because I left them out, and that's when I basically learned to always pick up your things. And so I don't have any of my vintage figures anymore. But, these are very awesome that they pay respects to it that way. They're pretty much the same scale. And what comes down to it is the articulation. They're able to form articulation with these guys. So you got the look of the vintage, and you can pose them in crazy different ways. The jacket, very nice. You got the wrinkles down here where the belt wraps around, which looks really, really good. His hands, again, you got the fingers molded there. Look very nice. They're not individually, sculpted or anything like that. It's all one piece, but still looks really good. Moving on down here to his leggings and his pants, you got the fur there. And again, this is just painted over the skin just to give it the leggings property. And then, of course, you got the fur around the tops of the boots, and then all the straps and the lines and everything for the boots look really good. Again, you got all this detail in here for the belt. It just looks really good. Again, the face is really nicely sculpted. Nose looks good. Just everything looks really good on solid on these figures. Again, just very beefy, buff, muscular, That's what He-Man was. It was in your face and just power, you know what I mean? Moving on to articulation with this guy. Again, articulation with these figures is actually really good considering their size. So you got a ball joint on the head. And again, I want to say Prince Adam here, you can't get crazy movement out of it due to the hair, and then it rubs up against the jacket here. But still, you can get them to look left, right. You can spin it all the way around if you wanted to. You know, you can get them to look up. You can get them to look down. You know, you can kind of get some tilt out of there, but not a whole heck of a lot. Of course, his arms move on a joint there at the shoulders. No bicep swivel or anything, but then you can bend them out. You can bend them down. Of course, he has a single joint in the elbow that you can get some decent movement out of. And again, even though they're all single joints and they're not double joints, you can still get some really, really cool poses out of this guy. And of course, at the elbow there, it also does have a turn swivel. So you got that. And then here for his wrists, they are on a hinge. So you can kind of bend them forward, and then you can bend them upward. And then of course, you can also rotate those. He does have a waist joint, which allows him to turn side to side. No ab crunch or anything like that. Then, of course, here at his legs, they're on like a pivot swivel, so you can get him to kick back ever so far, and then you can get him to kick forward ever so far. You can get him to do the He-Man Prince Adam splits. And then, of course, you have a knee joint, which bends forward and backward, and then that also does rotate. And then, of course, you got the boot cut swivel right there, and then the feet are on a hinge that you can bend downward, you can bend upward, and then of course there is a little bit of a pivot in there, not much, and then of course you can, well, that is a pivot there. You know, you can pivot it whichever way you see fit with that pivot swivel. And that about does it for articulation. Pretty simple, but you can do a lot of different things with this guy for sure. As far as accessories go, Prince Adam only came with one accessory, which is the power sword, but it is in a pink, you know, plastic mold to differentiate it from the normal power sword, which is a silver. And it's a whole power sword too. It's not a half. And if you guys have seen my collection videos and everything like that, you know I have He-Man and Prince Adam here back to back, and I have them both holding up the swords of power. And then I have the lightning bolt, though, from the Battle Armor He-Man with Prince Adam over the sword here. So it's, you know, Prince Adam calling down the power. And then, of course, you know, reverse behind him is He-Man, who he transforms into. So I like the way I have that set up, and I'm utilizing that effect piece for Prince Adam. I think it works out really, really cool. And that about does it for this figure review, guys. Again, I'm not really going to be doing comparisons with these guys, just because they are going to scale in well with anything else Origins, and they'll scale in well if you have vintage figures also. So you really can't go wrong with the scaling on these guys. You know, it's going to work no matter what you use. So there's really no point in me scaling. I mean, they're 5.5, they're 5.5 inches tall. You know, they're small, but with the added articulation, you have just a really good, solid figure. Origins has knocked it out of the park. So good job, Mattel, with Origins. And that's pretty much all I have for this figure review on Prince Adam, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like always, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Go check out Godzilla Fan Freaks on Facebook and Instagram. Give me likes and follows there. It really helps me out. I appreciate it. And always tune in for Kaiju Chill O'Clock every week. I'm going to be doing live streams now every week, and I'm calling it Kaiju Chill O'Clock, and it's either going to be on Thursdays or it's going to be on Fridays. So again, always be sure you're following me on all three platforms. And usually on Mondays is when I'm going to post what day it's going to be and what time it's going to be. So you guys will have a few days to prepare and see if you guys will be able to tune in. Again, I start live on YouTube, and then I'll move to Facebook Live, and then I move finally to Instagram Live. That way people have multiple chances to catch me, and it's just not all streaming the same video through all platforms. I'm not going to do that because, you know, that gives it the variety. That gives it the urge to, well, I better tune in on Facebook and Instagram. You know, I better tune into all of them because who knows what questions I'm going to have. Who knows what I'm going to be doing. Again, I could be playing music. I could be watching and reacting to a movie, you know, answering your guys' questions. You guys want a closer look at a figure. You guys want, you know, whatever it may be. Kaiju Chilliclock can be, the limits are endless with Kaiju Chilliclock. So anyway, you guys, like always, we are Godzilla fan freaks. Hope you enjoyed this review on the Masters of the Universe Origins line, Prince Adam, and we'll see you guys in the next figure review. Thank you for watching.